Okay, everyone, welcome back to the third episode of Don't Mess with Texas. Oh my gosh, I'm literally so excited to be here and to be recording with all of you. This is like such a dream come true. You might have noticed that Austin and Sebastian aren't here. This is because we're going to be doing a solo episode today. We're still like trying stuff out. I'm seeing kind of how I want my layout to be and everything. So I really do miss them, but I'm really excited to be present and one-on-one with all of you today. So, sorry if I seem kind of awko or anything like that. We're just getting used to the new setup. Not that this is the permanent setup. We're going to be having people on, off. It's just nice to kind of record a solo episode to see where we're at. So, thank you for joining me today. Our episode today is going to be about manifestations. Really excited for that. Whether it's going to be about my career, my love life, just like the vibe in general, like we're going to be manifesting good vibes. So I guess actually I kind of, now that I'm on the mic, like want to start off in a different way, a different route, if you will, than what we had initially. So I'll start off with some of my past manifestations that came true. So, first of all, the podcast, duh. This was like a manifestation I had when I was going through like a horrible breakup. Yeah. I don't know. I was just so down bad. And, you know, when you're so down bad, all you want to do is talk about it. So, initially, that's kind of what I had like kind of several different ideas of what I wanted this podcast to look like. And at that time, I wanted it to only be about like being a man eater and doing all of this stuff and whatever. And we still have aspects of that. Don't worry. But yeah, like I don't know. I think things have really shifted. Like literally a year ago, I had this idea of starting a podcast, and there were several different loops that I had to go through, and just all of a sudden in this one class, they were like, let's start a podcast, like, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I was like, well, shit, like, I might as well do it now, because initially I wanted to do it, like, through my school and whatever, and just something didn't feel right about that. Like, I wanted full creative control over everything. I'm still using my school's podcast studio, so they're still heavily involved, trust. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm really proud of, like, the way things are, and I'm really appreciative of the fucking engagement we've been getting is insane, and I love having full creative control over what I say, what I wear, how I want my setup, like, just what I post and stuff like that. Like, I've been kind of regurgitating content from my YouTube or my TikTok onto, like, YouTube and Instagram and all of that stuff. And it's just so fun to, like, kind of fake it till you make it manifestation episode of, like, just kind of, I don't know, just pretending who I want. I'm low-key, like, pretending who I want to be and just, like, putting it out into the universe and just throwing it up on the internet. So I'm really excited to see where this will go, and I'm just happy to have this time capsule of my life. So yeah, the podcast I've been manifesting now for over a year, because when I was in a relationship, I'll turn my computer off. When I was in like a long-term relationship, I was so focused on that, and I think that was a good thing at the time. Like, I have no regrets about that. However, sometimes we just kind of lose ourselves in our partners because, you know, we love them so much. We dedicate a lot of time to them and stuff. But now that I'm single, girl, we got to keep ourselves busy. We've got dreams to accomplish. So kind of when you have those setbacks of whether it's like a relationship not working out, friendships not working out, like something down bad in your life, career-wise, school-wise, whatever, like, when we have those setbacks and we think we're really lost, like, that's when we low-key #find our purpose. So, yeah, really proud of the podcast. Another manifestation that came true for me was going to Italy. At the time I'm recording this episode, I leave for Italy. It's a Monday. I leave for, at first Phoenix. I'm going to see my girl Lex and Tex forever. We're leaving for Phoenix on Saturday. We're leaving for Italy Sunday. We're going to be there a week. Come back that following Monday, the day of my final. Because that was a great idea. But yeah, literally, guys, this is, like, insane for me. Like, maybe for some of you rich-ass motherfuckers, going to Italy, you're like, whatever, No. This was, like, a life goal of mine that I never thought I would be able to do it until I was, like, 60 and fucking retired. Like, I didn't even have it in my manifestation realm until I was so down bad. I was like, I'm gonna move to fucking Italy. I was so down bad. I was literally up for fucking anything. And this was, again, almost a year ago now. And low-key, the reason why I wanted to go to Italy specifically was out of pure vengeance and redemption, if you will. So the backstory on this is I've always wanted to go in Italy, or go to Italy. I can't talk by myself, I guess. I've always wanted to go to Italy. Like, I wanted to get married in Italy. Like, love Italians. I love hot Italian men. I love Italian food. It's just, like, the epitome of success in my life was going to fucking Italy and getting an Aperol Spritz and being hot as hell. So the reason why I really, like, low-key wanted to do it so urgently, though, like, I guess urgently a year later, but whatever, was, okay, how do I say this and not sound like a fucking sellout? The besties were stalking my ex-boyfriend's Instagram. And the girl he cheated on me with, he brought her back home for spring break, whatever, no reason. No hate, nothing. This is, brings his new girlfriend home. The caption on that Instagram post was hashtag postcards from Denver or something. I haven't seen the picture. I'm like, this is me purely going off of, like, a secondhand account of things that transpired. And in the comments, this motherfucker was like, next stop, Italy. Where we were supposed to get fucking married? Okay, I'll beat you to it, motherfucker. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I wanted to go to Italy so bad. And on top of, like, already wanting to go in. Like, it's fucking Italy. Be so for real. Like, yeah. So out of pure spite, I fucking saved up money and booked a trip with my best friends on my own dime. And I'm going to Italy now. And the name of that episode, because we're going to be bringing some mics to Italy. It'll be so fun. We're doing, like, mini vlog cameras and stuff like that. Hashtag postcards from Italy, bitch. Postcards from Milan. Suck on that. Anyway. Okay, so that's another manifestation that came true for me. Another one, going to college. I low-key, for some reason, I grew up in, like, a middle upper class, predominantly white, affluent high school. I should say, yeah, it was an affluent high school. And the people I went to high school with are pretty well educated. Very, like, suburban, frat boy kind of college vibe. And I was in classes with some really smart motherfuckers who were absolute fucking dicks. And I have some stories about that. But I, growing up, like, being vulnerable for a hashtag second, always thought I was, like, dumb. Like, I had kind of like a basketball coach and like people in my life, like growing up, just always reiterate the fact that I was dumb. And just, I kind of made that into like a self-fulfilling bias, like masked with fucking cockiness. I always thought I was just dumb, and I'm not. I always got good grades, like in high school and stuff like that. But just for some reason, I always had like these bitches like telling me that I wasn't shit and whatever. So I never thought I would be able to like attend college or pay for it. I never thought I would be in that realm. And that just brings me to like another point of like gratitude along with manifestations. I'm so grateful to be going to Metro because I feel like personally I just mesh with the people so much better than I would at like a CU Boulder, shout out CU football kind of school, you know what I mean? Just because nothing wrong with like CU Boulder or anything like that. It just doesn't align with what I like in a school. And that's because we're all on our different journeys. But for me, myself, like I pay for myself. I'm financially independent, and that was another manifestation. I moved out of my parents' house at 20 years old. I pay for everything on my own fucking dime, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to school, working hard. I want people who are in the same boat as me, whereas I think at other schools, like bigger universities, they don't necessarily have to be working. Like most of my friends are working, and I think that's super cool. But a lot of the people at those schools, they don't have to be working, and they don't appreciate college for the value that it is, or education. And I'm not saying like everyone, but that's just kind of what I've noticed at those more affluent universities. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not one of those motherfuckers who's like, I like hate those bitches who are like partying and all of this. No, I think like work hard, play hard. Like fuck no, like party it the fuck out. Like, but just work hard, you know what I mean? So that's why I really like Metro, is because I wanted a school where I felt like connected to that fucking grind. Like, on my first day, I tell this story a lot to like my friends whenever we're like, oh, I don't want to turn in my homework assignment. My first day of school here, I kind of got a reality check. Because I was like, oh, I took a gap semester or whatever. And taking that gap semester, by the way, sidetrack, serving at I'll shout them out, Love the Black Eyed Pea. Best first job ever. I love Black Eyed Pea. Working there, you know what I mean? Gave me the skills and tool sets for life. But taking a semester off of school and purely serving like straight after high school, I also was getting my real estate license in real estate school. Never got it. But taking that semester and serving old ass fucks made me realize that I am not made for customer service long term. I'm not. I think other people are so good at customer service, and this is not shitting on serving at all, because serving has provided me financially still. It still provides for me because I'm a fucking server. Trust. I just don't think I'm able to do it long term because I don't have that quality in me where I can just like deal with bullshit with a smile on my face. Like, you can literally see my face when I'm pissed off. I wear my heart on my sleeve. But I love it for now. I'm so grateful for serving. But after taking that gap semester, I was like, I want to go back to college. I don't know what I want to do necessarily, but you know what? We're throwing up shots right now, baddies. We're throwing up fucking shots. Like, honestly, I was sitting on the TV on my ass after my shift or whatever, watching, shout out to Girls Next Level podcast, Bridget and Holly. I was watching Bridget, and she's a communications major with, I believe, the same thing as me, a minor in broadcast journalism. And I saw her, And she's so cute and girly and like grinding in fucking school while doing all of this shit. And like, I just saw the opportunities she was given, or not given, that she earned. And I was like, if she can do it, like, I can do it too. Not like her specifically, but if anyone else can do it, I can do it too. So I started off as communications because I wanted to keep everything broad, right? Because I didn't know if I could be on TV. I didn't know if I could do production and stuff like that. I never thought I was smart enough. Going back to the always feeling like I'm not smart enough thing. I just figured my shit out. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like when you're feeling really lost, because I was really lost, I didn't know what to do. Like, again, we get in those pits and it fucking sucks when you're there, but then just something will be like, maybe I'll try that. Like, let's just try shit. We're trying shit. That's the thing I'm trying to get y'all to do. Just try shit, you know? And communications, I was like, communications gets shit on so heavily, but has honestly changed my life being a communications major. And my comm girlies get it. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We can get a job anywhere we want, baby. So don't ever let anyone tell you you can't. The reason why I chose my minor was because I love, this is my passion. This is my passion. I can take what I've learned from communications as a communications major and channel it in an effective way, properly, being well educated here. And I think that's important. So, yeah, that was a manifestation I had going to college, and I love it. I am facing a little bit of burnout, though, because I pushed so fucking hard, and that's an episode that in the future we're not going to have a burnout problem anymore, and I can look back and reflect on this like that. But yeah, just going to college and doing what I'm doing now, I've literally wanted to do my whole life. Like, my Denver natives know, if you grew up in the Colorado school system, you have been to Ameritown. Colorado people get it. It's basically just this thing where you're in like 5th grade or whatever, and you go on a field trip and you like apply for like a job. You like basically pretend to be a person in a day-to-day life, like save up money, you have to pay taxes, all that shit for like a day at a field trip. And the only job I wanted to fucking do was be a news anchor. And I'm not saying I don't want to do that per se, but I've always known I've wanted to be in entertainment in the production world on camera. I've always wanted to do that since we can clock it 5th grade. I've always loved being the center of attention. So yeah, going to college and graduating. We haven't graduated yet, but we're almost there. Okay, so next manifestation that I had in the past that has come true now is being who the fuck I am right now. Clock it. Because when you're really little, you're influenced by so many different things, and that's kind of how you pick your personality when you're little. And when I was little, my mom had 2 girls, right? So I was always, me and Bella, my sister, always given all the pink girly stuff, like grew up in the early 2000s, Bratz, Barbies, cheetah print, like all that shit, you know what I mean? And I just always knew I was super girly and hyper feminine when I was little because I loved that shit, you know what I mean? So just being able to do that confidently, because I would say when I got to like that middle school age, like hitting puberty, I just lost all of that, and I hate that happened, but obviously it has to. It's going through puberty, you know what I mean? Like everyone goes through that shit. But I lost that kind of sparkle in myself because I wanted to fit in with like everyone else. Like, trust girl, no one was carrying a hot pink bedazzled fucking Stanley and wearing they fluffy Uggs, like, and all of that shit in middle school, you know. I just wanted to fit in, not draw attention to myself. So now that I'm like confident in who I am now, that's a manifestation in itself. And just being confident in who you are. And I love seeing, especially like my friends too, because everyone goes through that when you're in puberty. You just kind of want to hide and do what everyone's doing. Just seeing like me and my friends, for example, like me and Tessa, there was this one day we were serving at Black Eyed Peas when we were 16 years old. And it It was during COVID, and that's when I had my identity shift, you know, to my higher potential self, who I really wanted to be, but was so scared of being. Tessa and I were on Pinterest, and we literally picked out our aesthetics for not knowing the rest of our lives as we know right now. Like, Tessa, I was either going to be a fucking skater e-girl or what I am now. And I don't know what Tessa's other aesthetics now, but she's such like an indie baddie, like just so go with the flow type of girl. She has the cutest aesthetic ever. But a little sidetrack, like that's kind of how we picked our aesthetics for who we are now in our 20s. So that's really cool. And it took a lot of confidence. Like 2020 gave me a lot of confidence just being by myself, because I think when you're in high school, you're just so obviously influenced by what everyone else does as a means of survival. Duh. Like, you don't want to be fucking picked on and make your day miserable. You don't want to stand out. But when COVID happened, it was kind of like, fuck it, we ball. Let's do whatever we want. You know what I mean? And that's kind of when I really started gaining confidence again. Being like a blonde, tanned baddie, I am a natural blonde, clock it. I get a little help. But, you know, I always wanted to look the way I do now. Obviously, I have my insecurities about certain things, but just being able to get my nails done and my hair done and pay for my makeup and do my lashes and get toes done, spray tans, wax, like all of that stuff I've always wanted to be able to buy when I was little, you know, because I never got that stuff when I was little. So, like, I'm just a backwoods Barbie. You know what I mean? Too much makeup, too much hair. Dolly Parton quote. That's who I've wanted to be. I always wanted to be the over hyper feminine blonde looking bimbo girl. And I feel like I'm achieving that. And I'm really happy about that, because that's what my little girl self really wants in her heart. You know, and same thing, manifesting my room of moving out and shit like that, and being able to pay for my own stuff and make my own rules and everything. I've always wanted that, and to be able to decorate my apartment, I have that means now. And it's so cute, it's so Barbie, it's so Playboy, and it's everything I want, and no one has to tell me shit. Tyler's like, it's my apartment too. He's Sebastian babe for that, for letting me decorate. Yeah, that goes along with living on my own and shit and being confident and being financially independent. You know, like, obviously I'm not, I can still call my parents up if I'm really down bad and ask for money. Like, my dad is always trying to pay for my gas and my oil change and all that stuff. Hasn't been lately, Pops. We down bad. But anyway, you know, I'm just super grateful to be able to live on my own, because I know some of my friends, they still live with their parents because of this fucked economic climate. I don't blame y'all at all, and I get it. But, like, their parents, because you live with your parents, and then obviously in that situation, like, sometimes, yeah, they do have to tell you what to do, even if you're 21 years old. And that's why it was my goal to move out. I was like, I'm not turning 21 years old, stumbling and drunk, living with my parents. But I had the financial means of saving up for years and being able to move out when I was 20, you know? So, yeah, those are some of my past manifestations. Let's get to the ones I want to make and have come true in the future. So, I want to have my own daytime or nighttime talk show. I want to be a Wendy Williams, Drew Barrymore, a Jennifer Hudson. I think that would fucking eat, don't you think? And everything would be pink and fun. Like, Trisha Paytas, like, literally, again, talking about past manifestations, I was like, I want to be like just Trish. Here we fucking go, baby. Throw some pink curtains on that wall. We there. We making money moves. Like, it's happening. My next manifestation I'm putting out in the universe is I want to be a reality TV star. Just putting that out there. The Bachelor would be perfect. The Bachelorette. I was gonna say something that was like not politically correct because it's my favorite show. But I wouldn't be on that show. Um, I would love to be on Big Brother. I would love to be on Love is Blind. What, Too Hot to Handle. I would do great on all of that. Because I think I have a great personality. I want to be like Trisha Paytas, just in fucking everything. I think I've been well, obviously not, but I like to think I'm keeping Playboy in fucking business, baby. Everything in my fucking room is Playboy. I've been collecting Playboys since I was 16 years old. So obsessed with everything. I love Girls Next Door. Again, shout out Girls Next Level podcast. My whole life, I've loved that shit. So I want to be in Playboy. Don't tell me I fucking can't, because I will. Next, I want my face on a slot machine in the Flamingo in Las Vegas. The Flamingos, where I have stayed the past several times I've been to Vegas, is where we'll get into my 21st birthday on another episode. But the Flamingo means a lot to me in Vegas. Vegas means a lot to me. So I think, and having like a billboard too in Vegas would be fucking dope. And having a live podcast show. Anything in Vegas I'm manifesting, because that's my second home. Having a vacation home in Las Vegas, if you will. That's my second home. Las Vegas, baby. The reason why I want to have a slot machine is because that's fucking... I can't say certain words because I don't want to be demonetized as if I'm making money on this. Hopefully we will, though. But it's CUNTY as hell. Then I want people to dress up as me for Halloween. So doing that means I need to obtain an iconic look. One or two iconic looks. Like a Pam Anderson kind of thing. A Kim Kardashian kind of thing. A Marilyn Monroe kind of thing. I need my iconic moment to happen in fashion history. Along with that, I want to be on the cover of a fashion magazine. Quote, Kim Kardashian. And I will. Then, I want to have my own theme park like Dollywood. I feel like that would be so fucking cute. Along kind of with that, you know how Jimmy Buffett has like Margaritaville? I need something H-Town themed. Even like a tanning salon or something. That would be cute. I also want to be like in the entertainment industry as far as being able to go to all the Super Bowls, Coachellas, Mardi Gras, all the parties, like everything that like Alex Earl and all those, like Jake Shane, they all get to go to fucking all this shit and travel and go everywhere and go to like Ultra and all of that fucking shit. Like, I want to do that too. If they can do it, why can't I? I'm going. I do want to be on SNL. Or be imitated. Next, going on my fave podcasts. Let's name a few. Dumb Blonde, Just Trish, Girls Next Level, Theo Vaughn, Shannon Sharp's show, fucking, what's her name? I'm forgetting it. But just all my favorite podcasts, you guys know. Call Her Daddy. I think I would do great on them. And I think I would have a lot of fun. And I think they would appreciate having my talent on their show. Going along with all of that, I'm manifesting interviewing Coach Prime, Chaperone, Charlie XCX, Trisha Paytas. I want to interview, Julia Roberts, Jennifer Aniston. Are you kidding me? Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, all the Kardashians, Holly and Bridget. If I can interview them, when I will interview them, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking great. Along with that, I want my podcast to blow up so I can go on the Today Show. I love the Today Show Hoda's retired, so, like, I'm sad as fuck for that. Like, I love her. I love her. She's one of the reasons why I picked to be in broadcast journalism. She's just, like, iconic, and I love her. So, yeah, these are my career goals, if you will. Now, let's go. Where do I have it? ASMR of me flipping the page really quick. We're going to be talking about manifesting my man. Let's see. Play this back when I get into a relationship, a really healthy and beautiful romantic relationship, and see how well these align with what I'm saying. Okay, I've divided these aspects into several different categories. Characteristics. I just wrote physical, but like appearance. Interests, career, hobbies, no-goes, and icks I will not tolerate. So for characteristics, I want someone who's calm. I think like in my long-term relationships, I've always dated calm people, and that's genuinely what I need in life. So we're going to keep that going. Because just someone who's calm, because I think I can be very calm, but also not very calm. I can crash the fuck out. So I kind of need that yin to my yang, if you will. Age, I definitely need someone my age or older. I just put 21 to 25 years old to get specific. Because that's just kind of who I relate to at the most at this point in my life. Obviously I could potentially date older, but that's just kind of what I'm manifesting. I need someone who's organized, not messy and dirty. Provides for themselves, especially being 21 years old. I feel like it's very isolating because I don't know a lot of men who are beating me in that category. Not that they need to be, but just damn, do you have a car and a job? You have aspirations and you're looking to move out. Or if moved out. Bitch, I did it, why can't you? Posts me. Shout out. I want to be friends with their friends and vice versa. It's really important to me because my friends are everything. So if my friends like you, that's perfect. Communicative. I put that, even though it should be a fucking given. But just someone who communicates like me. For example, if I'm like really close with you, I communicate through calls. I hate texting. Like, I'll text you if we're like not at that level yet or whatever. Like, not saying that I don't care about people who I text, but I prefer to call. But if I don't fuck with you at all, don't call me because I won't answer. But yeah, just kind of like that because I'm very short on texts, on like texting. That's been brought to my attention. So I do try to work on that, but I prefer calling. So obviously I want more characteristics, but this is just kind of like a starting point. We're just getting the ball rolling. Interests. It's very important to me not to be a pick-me, but I do like sports. My dad and my grandparents and my godfather have season tickets to the Broncos, Nuggets, and Rockies. So I grew up in a very sports-influenced household on my dad's side. So it's important to me, especially basketball and the Nuggets. Like, just like if you like doing that stuff, like that's what I appreciate. I'm always down for football lore. I'm still kind of learning a thing or two about football, and I don't know everything, but I do enjoy it, and I like talking about it, and being able to participate in an intellectual conversation about sports is very important to me, along with baseball. I don't know as much about baseball anymore, but that's just like a hobby I like to go, is like go to games because I have those tickets available. So hit me up if you're single. Probably I wrote this down, dumber than me. and what I mean by that isn't necessarily that they're dumber than me, but that, again, going back to that insecurity of me always feeling like I'm dumb. I want someone who doesn't mansplain shit to me and make me feel condescended to or patronized, because I will crash the fuck out and go beef the fuck out with you. So that's why I put that. Likes to go downtown with me, downtown Denver. Likes to try new bars and party and have fun, but also isn't a raging alcoholic cokehead. Coca-Cola as in the beverage. And someone who's a liberal feminist, point blank, period. You know where we stand on the Don't Mess with Texas podcast. Don't get it confused. Now, for, like, appearance, I don't really give a fuck. Except if you're short. Hygienic, good breath, and dresses nice. Don't embarrass me. I'm a fashion girly, so I would prefer, not even that you have to, I'm not a fashion girly in the sense that I have designer shit and it has to be expensive. I just like looking nice and feeling confident, and I want my partner to have those qualities as well and enjoy that as well, and we can engage in that conversation and interest together. Career, I don't really care about their career, despite what some of my listeners might think. But unless I don't care unless they like don't possess ambition or trying to get to the next level of whatever they're doing. Like, 'cause I'm a server, baby. Like, come on now. So like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're a server, oh, you're this. No, I'm not like that. But just have ambition. If you're a server in a restaurant, be the best server you can. Upsell shit. Know what the fuck you're selling. You know what I mean? Like, instead of, oh, I hate going to work, and that'll go into my next no-go of the X I cannot tolerate, complaining. If you're a man and you're fucking complaining, get so wrecked. Get wrecked. What? Like, I get it. I get having venting moments and bitching, and I feel like there is this rhetoric around the workplace that women are always talking and emotional and all of this. I never hear the women I work with at my breakfast place shout out to the women I work with. Baddest bitches I've ever met. Never complain, unless it's like rightfully so. Always working their ass off. Always working to get out of there. Always being present and just working fucking hard. So when I'm up before you're sleeping while I'm at work, and I get a text at noon saying you're up, and you're like, I slept bad on a Sunday morning? You're not the one for me, baby. Follow the next lazy bitch. Not me. I be at work while you're at sleep, quote, Plan B, Megan Thee Stallion. Fuck out my face with that. Miss me with that fucking bullshit. Yeah, complaining, don't do it around me. Like, unless it's like we're together and you're like, oh, like so-and-so, like, not even being like toxic, like masculinity or whatever. But just like as like friendships and shit like that. I hate complaining. I hate it when people are complaining about dumb shit. I recognize that I do it as well. I believe in healthy venting and all of that. But that just gives me the biggest ick. It's like complaining like, I don't go to work today. I want my shift covered. Fuck on my face. Fuck on my face. I just went out to tracks last night till 3 a.m., went to bed at 4, have a shift at 7 a.m., never called out. Miss me with that bullshit. No car and job, pretty self-explanatory. No ambition. These are my icks, by the way. Republican. You're mean. If you're mean, fuck up my face. Controls me. And I'm not talking about, like, you can't trust this. You can't trust, like, I mean, like, the underlying controlling things of, like, I was dating this, I went on a couple dates with this guy recently. And he was just saying he wants the kind of girl, which is, like, good. He's, like, laying out, I guess, now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm like, maybe I'm the problem. He's saying he wants his girlfriend to act like this and not expect to be posted because of his job and stuff like that, and doesn't go out and party so much. Like, while I'm actively like, oh, I met you at a party. Fuck you mean you don't want a girl who parties? I met you at a party. You know what I mean? Just like a fucking hypocrite control shit where I'm like, you're doing that, why can't I? Fuck it, guess we both ain't shit. You know what I mean? Or just like controlling in the fact that they just really don't like me or like their girlfriend, hypothetically. Like, maybe you just hate your girlfriend and you don't have the same interests as her. Like, that's fine. If you don't like that I like to party, or you don't like how social I am, or how I hang out with my friends or whatever, that's fine. But, like, don't expect me to be an introvert when you met me as an extrovert and you're claiming to be an extrovert. That's my qualm with that. So, like, controls me in that way where they're just, like, going out again. Yeah, lame. Good girls who don't go outside get cheated on. Clock it. Just kidding. I hate that. I always... gets overwhelmed in crowds is a no-go for me. Gets overwhelmed in crowds because every man who... The only reason why I say this, like, not actually if you get overwhelmed in crowds and you just don't like it or whatever. But the reason why I say that is every man I've ever met that has claimed to be overwhelmed in crowds is a fucking psychopath. Maybe that's like a me problem. Maybe I have been not manifesting the correct type. But those are the motherfuckers who normally, like, fuck on me and are psychopaths. Like, again, I'm not that this is the same person, but, like, I met you at a party. I met you at a concert. I met you at a bar. What do you mean you're overwhelmed in crowds? All right. So next, for my man, we're going to be moving on to the love language, my love languages, and what I'm manifesting for that in my future partner. And what really means a lot to me. So, quality time, baby, and acts of service are probably I would say my number one, like, they're my priority in the love languages. But I love all of them. Don't get me wrong. So for quality time, what I mean by that is they make the plans. I'm not saying, like, every time or whatever. Obviously, when you're in a relationship, it's different. And, like, it is more 50-50. But when you're in the dating stages with a woman, it's your job to impress them. Or not to be using binary, like, gender norms and rules and shit. This ain't the podcast for it. But what I mean by that is the partners I'm looking for, like, a man who likes me. I'm looking for a man who likes me and, like, wants to take me out on dates, and it's, like, romantic as fuck. I'm looking for that. I'm so romantic. So someone who makes plans and takes me out on cute dates and picks me up and opens the door for me and all of that shit. You know? I've had that. I know what the fuck I deserve. And keeps that over time. But along with that, I want someone who I'm like, same with best friends. My best friends are like this. Come over and watch me clean my room. Come over and watch me do laundry. Come with me to the store. That's my hanging out. I don't care about all this expensive ass shit. We don't have to do expensive ass shit. But just hang out with me. Want to hang out with me. Desire to hang out with me. I crave and manifest complete and utter devotion. Next, acts of service. This is important to me because growing up, my dad is this is how he shows affection to, like, he did with my mom and my sister. My dad, before school, I stayed on my mom's house, like, just through the latter part of high school. He would come over before school at 7 a.m. and scrape off my car, heat up my car and scrape it off for me with a Starbucks. Or a gas station coffee if my sister wasn't working at Starbucks and couldn't get him the discount. That type of shit. Without me asking. He'll go and fill up my car and my sister's car. Well, not now because he doesn't pay for our cars, so we have a different set of keys that he can't copy. But just stuff like that. Like, that's how I was showing love through my dad. Not mostly, but that was just the way he showed me the love the most, through acts of service. So that's low-key what I expect in a partner, is not that you have, okay, kind of, I know it sounds like it, not that you have to be my little bitch boy, but, like, that you're thinking about me throughout your day. And that's really important to me, to just, without that asking, like, it doesn't, okay, I want it to be flowers as well, so I'm not gonna pretend and be like, it doesn't have to be flowers. Yeah, I want them now. But just stuff like that shows me that you care. Or you visit me at work willingly. You want to visit me at work. You want to see my spaces. You want to see my career. You know what I mean? You want to meet me at school and bring me lunch. Or it doesn't have to always be expensive, or you're just thinking about me and you're like, I want to hang out with you. You know what I mean? Or you bring me a little note or a little dandelion you picked out the fucking ground. That means a lot. Plus, I never have to open a door. You know, you drive to me, especially if we're dating. I said that. Because that shows me that you care and you're gentlemanly. That's just what I've had. So I expect it. Physical touch. I do prioritize physical touch. I'm not going to be getting into my sex life quite yet. But okay, this is a big thing with me. Plays with my hair and knows the stages of my hair journey throughout the duration of my week. What I mean by that is, so today we're kind of at a weird point in my hair health journey because I just got my hair done last Thursday. So I haven't washed it. I normally wash my hair on Mondays. However, I only could get an appointment on Wednesday, which is chill. Or Thursday. So my hair is, like, so crusty and, like, full of dry shampoo right now. But it's still in the stages where I want to curl it and do all of that stuff. Don't play with my hair when I have a slick back in. I feel like that's common fucking knowledge. But I also don't want you to play with my hair when I get it freshly done, because it's like, it's my day one hair and I don't want boyfriend fucking air. Okay? So just ask, but I love my hair being braided with and played with. Manifesting a man who knows how to Dutch braid. Manifesting that. Because I love that feeling. Same with scratches. And a foot massage after work would be fucking nice. I'm working all day and you're not offering me a massage for my feet. I'm walking on straight plastic right now because I haven't gotten new work shoes in like a year. My feet hurt. Working all day. Hard labor. What else? PDA in the sense, not like gross PDA, but you hold my hand. You rest your head on me, vice versa. We kissing at the club. That should be the standard. Gifts. To be loved is to be known is what I've wrote. So, for instance, I was dating this guy. And, at this time, I would drink, oh my gosh, my timer. I would drink a gallon of water like a day. And, like, after you drink a gallon of water, you don't really want fucking anything else to drink. But it was just flat, lukewarm water, right? And I love soda water. I love carbonation. I've talked about this on my podcast before. And like, okay, I like lost my train of thought. He bought me like a soda stream to carbonate it for me because I was like, oh, I love soda water, but I never get to drink it because I like had to drink my gallon or whatever. So he bought me a soda stream, and that's the kind of gift I love. And obviously that's like an expensive gift, like to get a soda stream. But what I mean by that is like, it's the thing of like wearing gold jewelry, not a good example of me wearing diamond studs. That's different because I can pull off both. I predominantly wear gold jewelry though. I'm a gold girly for the most part. Like, if you buy me like a really expensive designer purse or something like that, or jewelry, for example, and it's silver, certain things I do wear silver stuff, but like, you don't care about me. You're just putting that money, like, mean it. You know what I like. You notice what I like, whatever. I've gotten really good expensive gifts that I loved, and I've gotten really bad expensive gifts that I'm like, you got me a silver necklace. This is gold, baby. But, and I don't really wear like expensive shit. Obviously, I'm manifesting that I can buy some or designer stuff, but that's not as important to me as the thought that counts. You see something, you see a Barbie thing in the store and you're like, I saw this and I thought of you. That is so cute to me and I will hold on to it forever. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that. But gifts aren't like high on my priority list unless you do it, unless I get pissed off by it. Like it's my birthday and you got me nothing. Been there. I will be pissed at you and break up with you. Point blank. Or again, the silver like necklace thing. If you get me something really expensive and it's silver, clearly you don't give a fuck. And if you genuinely don't know, ask friends. You know what I mean? Next, words of affirmation. This will be your true test if I fuck with you or not. If I get the ick from you or not, is how I take and receive your words of affirmation. What I mean by that is, let's say you have a guy who you're so down bad for, and then you have another guy who you get the complete fucking ick from. And they're both saying the same thing, but it's coming out of two different completely ways. And maybe this is not politically correct of me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. If I don't fuck with you and you're like, hello, beautiful princess of the sea, da-da-da-da, good morning, da-da-da-da, I'm going to throw up in my fucking mouth. But if it's a guy I'm down bad for and is sexy and hot as hell, and he's like, hello, beautiful princess, baby. Homeboy getting it. You know, or homeboy getting it. I don't know, maybe that's bitchy of me. Like this could be me just having like a horrible type. So yeah, I love to be complimented point blank if I fuck with you. Just stuff too. I love hearing stuff because obviously I'm so beautiful. I hear it all the time. But I would I would love to hear it more. But also compliment, like what's one of the best compliments I've been given? That, one of the best compliments I've ever been given is just that I radiate fun, energy, and warmth and sunshine. Radiate sunshine sounded so corny to me from like everyone else until I heard it about me, that I'm the sun, and that has stuck with me forever. So just stuff like that. Also with words of affirmation, I don't know if I'm confusing this with communication per se, but I don't want to have to feel anxiety when you stop doing shit. You know what I mean? You shouldn't stop doing stuff or like act really weird. I don't want that pit in my stomach. I know what that feels like of like this just isn't going to work out or whatever. I don't want to feel anxiety about you having to worry about you commenting on my post. I want to be so good that it's like we just there for each other. We each other's best friends. Like, you know what I mean? We hype each other up. I don't want to hate her. I don't want to hate her, man. Like, why are you such losers? And what else? Like, I want to be able to compliment you and then you can take it. I think I take compliments very well because I know some people who struggle with taking compliments, but for my partner, I want you to be able to take a compliment. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, hashtag love yourself. Get on the train like everyone else. So yeah. Those are my love languages that I'm manifesting in my type of man. So for this last segment of the podcast today, let's talk about the hot topics. I can't have a ton of discourse on this just because my co-hosts aren't here, so I'm just going to lay it out what the hot topics are. As I'm filming this today, the Pope died. I think they're investigating to see if he died late last night or early this morning, so I guess once you see this, you'll know the answer. Last night was Easter. And allegedly the last person he saw was J.D. Vance. With those ice blue eyes, I would kick it too. No, that's offensive, and I don't mean that, and I regret it. Another hot topic, Katy Perry and Gayle and, whose wife went to space. It's giving, I've heard this before and I'll reiterate the rhetoric, let them eat cake. They keep pushing this narrative that it's good for women. And yeah, to a certain point, I can see where you would think that. And maybe it is good to have that, like, on your TV and stuff like that, and to see women going to space. However, people are making it all about Katy Perry and, like, all of that. But I just think it's about elitism and the people who have the connections and the influence and the monetary status are able to do those things versus women in STEM who, there were two astronauts, I will call them two astronauts on the flight, on the 10-minute flight to space, or journey, or whatever you call it. Don't focus too much on my words, but who the public discourse has claimed deserving to be there, and I agree with that census that two of the, I forget their names, okay, sorry, they deserve to be there, and I agree with that. But the women who should have gone besides that should have been women in STEM who have been working on space and are qualified to do that and whatever. And it's just kind of like, forgive my my lack of linguistic educationally sounding skills right now. People are fucking dying. We're seeing recession indicators. Recession indicator. Babe, it's costing me, myself, over $100 to get a few groceries for the week. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? How can we live off of this? And then we're having people go to space. It's like to everyone else. That's what I think. You know? You're going, this is our Earth. This is our Earth. While actively destroying it, you billionaire fuck. That's what I think. You know? Call me what you want, a radicalist for exuding empathy, compassion, and common sense. I so dare you. fight that MF oligarchy. Fight the oligarchy. And fight the patriarchy as well while we're at it. Yeah, it's kind of just a big fuck you to everyone who's like, most Americans are paycheck to paycheck right now. You know, we have no financial security at this moment. The job market fucking sucks. The economy is shit. I've lost, I don't want to check it right now, but the past couple days, $1,000 in the stock market. Wait, I thought that's what you guys claimed you were voting for, was to make the economy better. And the economy is shit. So that's my qualms with that. And those are the hot topics today. Oh, again with the Pope dying. Weird the Pope died and Trisha Paytas is having another baby. And that I'm going to Italy this week. Who's it? Raise your hand and comment if you're excited for me to go to Italy. I'll definitely keep y'all updated. Once again, I want to reiterate my absolute and most sincerest form of gratitude for all of the Don't Mess with Texas fans. If you've made it this far in this episode, thank you for bearing with me at the beginning. I was low-key a little bit nervy. I was a little bit nervy to come on and talk by myself. But you can see it's been over an hour and I haven't taken a break. No cut-throughs, like anything. And I still could fucking yap for several more hours. Isn't that exciting? But thank you so much for joining me again. Shout out to everyone just reposting on their stories. Like, all my friends, like, y'all are so real. And to everyone who listens, it's so real. Like, you're taking an hour out of your day to listen to me yap. Especially if I, like, work with you or, like, we're BFF. Like, you hear me all the damn time. And you're still taking that time out. I love you, and you're making my dream come true of even just, like, having listeners for this podcast. Like, that is so exciting. But yeah. I love you all. And don't mess with Texas, baby. I think that's a wrap. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one.